Hi, I'm Disha Manchekar, a psychologist, trauma therapist, and coach. In today's video, I'm going to recommend a book that was recommended to me by my therapist. So, yes, this recommendation is to all the psychology students and psychologists out there. Wondering what book I'm talking about? It is the Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Gottlieb. Well, what I liked about this book, what are my favorite quotes from the book, and did I really read it at one go? I will be answering these questions. Let's start. Starting with what I liked about the book. It is so raw and beautifully written. Now, come on, let's admit this fact that we therapists are trained to be therapists in the therapy setting. Even in our personal lives, we get to hear comments like, you are a therapist, you are a psychologist, you to know how to deal with emotions or how to tackle difficult situations. How can you cry? How can you be angry? You should be more understanding, etc. etc. But it feels very good to read a book that validates these points, that also shows us the mirror that hey, you are a human. That's what this book did to me. It validated the personal issues that I was going through. It showed me the mirror saying that you are a human. You are capable of making mistakes. You are not a perfect being. Even if you are a therapist, it is okay to have these imperfections, but to work on these imperfections and issues that you're dealing with. And it is written by a therapist who is going through these personal issues while she is trying to figure out how to help her clients in her therapy sessions. And it's written in such a raw and beautiful manner that, trust me, as you read the book, you will find a connection with Lori. She has also talked about the issues that her different clients brought in the therapy sessions. What happens when the therapy session ends? We also find her thinking about her clients. And isn't it what we also go through sometimes? Sometimes a client comes to us, sometimes we are not able to help that client straight off in that session. We do our research, we talk to our peers or supervisors to find some answers, right? That's the exact thing that Lori also does. And we also see how she helps her clients in the process to find the solutions to their issues. Well, this is about her professional life. We also see the challenges that Lori faces in her personal life and how she tries to find an answer by going to therapy, and about her very different therapist. It's very beautifully written. So now I am going to read just some random quotes that I have marked with my highlighter here. Now you must be wondering that random quotes that I have highlighted. Well, this book is such that you will have to sit with your pencil, highlighter, pen, or maybe sticky notes, because the kind of connect that you make with this book is very different. It will help you in your personal life, it will help you even in your professional life to a certain extent. So yes, I would definitely recommend reading this book. So going back to the quotes that I have highlighted and reading them. Just because she sends you guilt doesn't mean you have to accept delivery. Now here she is talking in terms of guilt, but maybe we can also think about trauma, abuse, or maybe some ill behavior. Just because someone else is doing that to you doesn't mean that you have to accept that kind of a behavior, isn't it? You can stand up, right? Now let's see another quote that I may have highlighted here. You can have compassion without forgiving. There are many ways to move on, and pretending to feel a certain way isn't one of them. So this is something that I found very important written by Lori. We feel that only if we forgive someone means we have found closure. But sometimes that does not happen, and that is okay. We can still live a life filled with compassion. We can move ahead with compassion, and that's okay. We can help people in the process too. And we can take a sweet time to forgive if we want to. And another quote that I would like to read, trust me, there are really many quotes that I have highlighted. So just reading one more quote. Losing somebody you love is such a profoundly lonely experience. Something only you endure in your own particular way. Isn't it right? The loneliness that we get by losing a loved one is only ours to take. Nobody else can really live that, and only we have to find our own profound way to get out of it and to start living our life. Well, so these were some of my randomly picked favorite quotes from the book. Now, if you ask me if I am one of those who finished reading this book in one go, then I would say no. Rather, I took years to read this book. Yes, you heard me right. Sometimes this book was too validating for me. So whatever I was going through, I could see myself in Lori's stories. But there were some passages in the book, some chapters where I found it difficult to read. I was not mentally ready to read those. And so I switched between books, and then again would come back to Lori's story and read that part when I felt ready. And that's why it took me years to again and again go back to this book and finally complete it reading in 2023 and make this video for you. So you tell me, what do you think? Would you be reading this book, or have you read this book? What chapters were your favorite, or what clients of Lori's did you find very unique and may have related to? Let me know all of it in the comments. And if you like my content, then do subscribe to my channel, because I will be making many more videos for you all. See you next time.